As we try this again, I'll get a little closer.
Welcome to Blind Pigs.
No.
Welcome. Cheers.
Cheers.
Here at Rochester once again at the Native Nook. Jessica, awesome to be here. We are now part of your organization.
Woo!
Hell yeah. And our guest today.
What did you do? Did you sell us out?
I didn't tell you guys. Did I forget to put that in our last band meeting?
I guess. The memo didn't go. No, I'm just kidding. No.
Yeah, we joined Digital Wolf, man. So it's cool. We've been working together.
Oh, that's
it
that
just
noise.
makes more sense just to join forces and keep pumping stuff out.
The heater came on.
I know we pulled up. He noticed right away that outside.
The marquee.
Oh, the marquee ceremony?
Yeah, that was just a few weeks ago, wasn't it?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I got emotional. I teared up. Like, I was like, this is, because you just know, like, there's a future behind that.
Yeah,
It wasn't just the marquee lights are on now. Like, we know what's going to happen next with that. So it's really exciting.
Yeah,
It was
awesome.
beautiful. It started snowing, and there was
really?
there was a countdown, and there's people cheering at the end. I was just like wooing, and
It was awesome. It was kind of like a movie scene.
Really?
When I was pulling up, I was just the snow and then just all these people and everyone was happy. And it was just, everybody was happy. So I was just like, oh my gosh, what is happening? Is this real life? Are we in reality right now? Everyone's smiling and cheering. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
That doesn't happen.
There's a world. There's a world out there that smiles. What's happening? But yeah, it was. It was
at the
amazing.
end for a Christmas movie or something.
Yes, it really did.
Elf.
I filmed it. I'm just like, this is gorgeous. Yes, it was nice to see people
cool.
enjoying something. But yeah.
Did they block the street off? Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So
Yeah.
we had like an hour and a half or something like that. So everybody kind of just filled in, and then some people parked early, and they were honking their horns and stuff once the countdown went down and it lit up. I didn't know that it had like all these. It has pink and green, and I thought it was going to be kind of like the daylight colors like it is now.
Right.
But it just lit. I mean, it just lit right up. It was beautiful.
That's cool as hell. How did you do? We had band play out here before in the summertime, right?
Yeah.
How did you have the same thing? Did you have to shut down everything? Shut down the
No,
street?
we just,
Or you just had-
they just played right here.
Oh, really?
People set up their, we would park some cars, and then people set up chairs in the park, like right inside
In the parking
lot.
spaces,
Yeah. Because the theater was already in process of buying the alleyway, so they just, she's like, just pull up the taco truck. Then we had the beer garden out front.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause
Nice.
Monica from Putt's has her catering, and so she can just really go anywhere. So, at least in Fulton County, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. That's cool as hell.
Yeah. It's
So
been
tell us a
great.
little bit what's going on in Digital Wolf. I mean, there's so much, different things happening. You're kind of
Yeah.
streamlining, doing some different things, and
So Digital Wolf is focusing on highlighting unique individuals and businesses. And we do that through the magazines, the podcast, the art gallery, and then I also do branding consulting. So I'm marketing all these artists in here, but I'm also marketing other businesses and stuff. So it kind of just all eventually tied in instead of having, I had a separate business for a while, mixed medium, with just doing graphic design.
Right.
But now it's just, now that I'm doing the same thing, I don't really need that separate, branding, and it
Yep.
makes it a lot easier just to brand one
Yep.
company. And then growing it, so adding a podcast where we can all use each other's client bases to grow each other.
yeah, that's
grow.
the way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
how you have to.
The cross promoting is huge.
Yeah, you can put your stuff on your own site as much as you want, but after a while, you're going to have that. It's not going to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
It's going to be
So much better.
Yeah, you need.
We need to turn that.
tag
We need to
people
keep that thing
share.
off.
I know.
Yeah.
We're gonna need to keep that thing off.
Yep, you just got to keep getting out and networking and getting around in as many, different podcasts. That's, that community, grow that community, and
Right.
everything grows with it. So it's the way to do it.
Yeah, that's why. So we changed things, like even on the Facebook pages, like where it's the groups. It's a podcast group. It's a magazine group. It's not just on the back burner, or it's not just Digital Wolf. Now,
Right.
because we added Alien Dove, we did the first edition for Leah. So that's a new magazine that we, featuring one artist at a time instead of multiple artists like
Right.
we do in Digital Wolf.
Okay.
So what's going on, Leah? Of course, you were our first artist for Alien Dove, and it was pretty much your concept, right? to
It
begin with?
was, yeah. When I met Jessica, when she told me about Digital Wolf, I had an idea in my mind about featuring just one artist, so you could kind of get more of a backstory, because I think that's what's so interesting about people that decide to do art for a living. It's like, how do you do that? So it's kind of like steps throughout your life. But when I met Jessica, she already had everything going. So I was like, dude, we should do this. We should do just one magazine. And then she's like, we should do it about you. And I was like, okay. So then it was just like full pull, like get all your shit together. Like, you know, and it was an interesting few months, but we pulled it
Me,
off.
not me.
I know, I'm like,
Oh, I just meant anybody.
me.
Really?
No, I wasn't even thinking of me. No, I really wasn't. I was actually thinking of my friend Kyle because I had done a photo shoot of him.
Right.
And I'm like, his story is beautiful. He did it. You know, he left, he did it, he's doing it. It's just so inspiring. And I was like, he would be perfect. And I would do the photos. So I was like really pumped about it. And then she's like, I think we should just do you. So then it was like, oh shit, like now I got to get into my life. Now we got to but it's fun. It's fun. And it's like opened up so much for me, honestly. Like you don't really realize, like even our interview together, it brought up so much that it's really kind of helped me deal with some stuff. I was telling Jessica, like, it really feels like a new start for me, honestly. Like to have all my old work, I can see it all and kind of just like, now it's like move on, you know?
Yep.
So it was, I think for any artist, it would be something really cool for your own private portfolio.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's really what it is. I mean, that's what she's been calling it this whole time is
Creative portfolio.
a creative
Yeah,
portfolio.
that's
which
great.
It's really what it is. I can hand that to people and just say, this is who I am. Maybe my artwork might look different now. I'm a grown woman, but you know, and that was a lot of my older stuff, but like I said, it just helped me move past that, you know, and kind of lay it all out and be done with it. And then now it's on to
Then move on.
way bigger and better things.
Bookend that part of your life.
Yeah.
You have it documented. You can
Yes.
reference it. Still a part of who you are, but now you're on to something else.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm a doodler. I doodle a lot. So it's not like I have these giant paintings that have taken me 5 years to paint. I'm just very much like, let's get this idea out. Then maybe that'll turn into something. But this magazine was helpful because it put them all together. I was able to see them all. And then the show, I put everything together just on one big wall. And it was so magical to see. Yeah. So we had a good time.
The show didn't feel like we were in Rochester.
Really?
Like the way they put the gallery together, like they put up black curtains so no one could look in from the streets and see what was going on. Like you had to walk through, and there was like each wall had an exhibition of something.
Nice.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah,
It looked,
thank you.
the lighting. I mean, it was like a private showing to showcase her art, and then the magazine, and then kind of we were going to show it to the public and release it, and you know, now the magazine's available, you know, whenever. But it was really neat just to see all our stuff displayed in that way.
It was a theme too, right? Didn't everybody get dressed up? And
Yeah, so it was like a dark Victorian, like there was ball gowns and top hats.
Did everybody get
and-
dressed up?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was
I know I
great.
saw a few, but yeah, it's
It
cool.
was amazing.
Very
My
cool.
husband wore like this big ruffled shirt. Like it was so over the top. But I
Quit,
feel
quit
like
acting like you weren't there.
I wasn't.
And you're,
wasn't.
oh,
You
you weren't.
didn't
You,
make it,
you weren't in a
no.
No,
flowy shirt.
No, I was gone. I
I
think I was
the
up north
video
again.
stuff
Or,
had just come in.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And
You
you
were
were
like, I
working
gotta
that
do
weekend.
this.
You're like, I have
Yeah.
to hunker down and
Yeah.
do this.
We did
Yes.
yep.
Which was fine. But it was a really cool night. And like I said, for any artist just trying to maybe progress or do something out of their norm, I think the Alien Dove's got something to offer for more than just me, you know?
Yeah.
Even the magazine honestly seems a little narcissistic to me. Like, as I'm looking through it, I'm just like,
No.
it's kind of hard to, I told my mom, I'm like, I feel really weird about just like, you know, so many people wanted to talk. As a small town artist, it's like, here's my shit. Here's my
Right.
shit.
No,
Look
I know,
at me.
I know,
Look
yeah.
at me. And it's like, oh, wow.
Not
this
really.
Is a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
This is a lot. Yeah.
That's why it's nice to have someone else like highlight it for
Yeah.
you and tell
Yeah.
you
Right.
your
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
So
It's
you'd
hard
be
to
like, I'm
promote
doing
yourself
this.
without
yeah.
without feeling like
Like you're being arrogant
Yes.
or
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
because-
or
yeah.
arrogant. Yeah,
Right.
it's just
Yeah.
weird.
Oh,
It's
Brendan
weird.
knows all about it.
Yeah,
weird
it's
to
like
promote
you
yourself.
can't give yourself your own nickname. Somebody has to give it to you,
Yeah,
right?
what's your
Right.
stage name?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't brand by your stage name.
But was it weird? Like just when we talked for a long time when we were
Yes, we
I
did.
going through. I had some of the like an outline of what to talk about. But then when we started bullshitting about past,
Mm-hmm.
'cause a lot of our stuff kind of mirrored. I was like, it's just funny how well we
Absolutely.
kind of
Similar,
reflecting
yeah.
a lot what she was going through. I was like, holy shit, I kind of went through some of the same things. It was kind of
Mm-hmm.
wild. And then we went off and a ton of different tangents. I don't think we talked about
2
anything that
hours
was
later.
outlined, but I was like, holy shit, but we got a whole bunch of information. But it was cool. But did you, because you say you don't like to reflect as much, you like to
Right.
just keep moving forward. So
Yeah.
how weird was that to look back and then thinking about that stuff and what was going on at that time?
It was
and-
honestly, it lasted for longer than our conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I started really like just remembering some stuff, and but it was good because I think.
I would think it'd be a confidence builder too, just to see
Yeah,
what you have.
yeah,
really
and just pulling
accomplished
all
and-
of this old artwork out that I don't really look at. It's not like I'm just going through my sketchbook. So when Jessica came to the gallery, she was like, "Oh my God, what is all this stuff?" I'm like, "This is everything. This is everything. Boxes of stuff." And that's really what I want to put back away. But it was really good to get it back out and see how far I've progressed since my senior year of high
Right.
school. You know, so you really, and even though I'm not anywhere close to where I would like to be at 36, but I would like to, at least I've moved forward in my
Yeah.
career.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do in a small town
Oh, yeah.
in Indiana.
Right.
So it's like we're doing some shit out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're trying to do some shit. Like we've got, and there's so many amazing artists in this area, but because we are where we are, unfortunately, and that's what I'm so thankful to meet Jessica, because we have big ideas, and I think her and I together could really do some things.
Don't knock it.
Yeah.
You get places like Taos was a tiny place, and
Right.
those little artistic.
Sure.
Community. What's the one in Arizona? Starts with an S. No, Jerome is awful.
I just went to Jerome, and it was a beautiful.
Oh, it must have changed
I was
then,
just
because the
there.
only thing I knew from I've driven through Jerome several times. I was thinking of the one that starts with an S.
Sedona.
Sedona. There we go. That's the art. But Jerome, all I ever knew was it was like the home of Maynard from from
yeah,
Tool.
Yeah.
Oh, is that where his vineyard is?
Yeah,
think
but
it's a
so when I
brewery.
yes,
Yeah.
but here when I drove through there, we were coming back from Sedona, me and my girlfriend, and we drove through, and she wanted to take that way home instead, to drive through and see where Maynard, Tool and all that. But it was getting to be about 5 in the evening, and it was the high school was closed and boarded up for some. It was an entire episode. It was a new Halloween, like 14. It was a horror movie, the entire trip. And then we went past, and we almost didn't make it out because they were dynamiting parts of the road, and so we almost had to turn back. But it was just a really surreal horror type vibe the entire time, because it was
love
raining,
that.
it was dark. They have this huge, like, high school that was sliding off the side, boarded up because
What?
it's been
like the
sliding
land?
slowly down the
Yeah.
side of the mountain,
It's just sinking.
and that's all we saw.
Weren't you were doing a lot of acid back
Did
then,
not
though, weren't
see
you?
it. It was
No,
No?
I wasn't doing anything. No. It just, Jerome looked horrible at like 6 o'clock at night in the rain.
Like 5 o'clock. They're done
Yeah,
for the
yes,
day.
everything was
Yeah.
done, but it's like there was a high school. I swear
you
it
could
was.
threaten to send all the shitty students to that
Right?
school.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to go if you don't
Yeah.
behave.
But it might be better now. It has been like 15 years since I drove through there. So
It's called Jerome,
yeah,
Jerome, yeah.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Jerome, Arizona.
Yep.
It reminds me of like a little Italy. Like it was beautiful. Like there was
Oh,
so
boy,
much
they-
artwork
then
with
they-
people
oh, they changed it a
everywhere.
lot
I got
then.
to meet an actual artist, like a potter, in the basement. And he was like sleeping in a hammock, and he just like
kidding.
made a bowl right in front of us. And
What kind of bowl?
That's cool.
No.
Wait, he smoked a bowl right in front of you?
She said made a bowl, so whatever.
He was in a basement in a hammock. He was
Yeah, he was in a basement in a hammock, and he made a bowl. It wasn't a stretch here for where I was going with it.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
He had on Birkenstocks and
Right? It smelled like patchouli,
Patchouli,
and yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted your stuff, but
No,
yes.
no, it's fine.
But yeah, I mean, we've said don't knock Rochester.
Right.
The artsy communities actually start out small,
Right.
and then they sell their souls and become Taos and Sedona.
I thought we were going to community day, and I thought we were going to see like Jessica with clay over and stuff, because you said you were doing pottery. She
Oh,
said
this
she-
morning.
And I was just seeing her down the spinning wheel this morning.
I just painted one. It was already done.
Once again, she was making a bowl.
I
You
know.
misunderstood.
There's a
I know.
theme here.
And I need a new bowl. So but you did do the pottery with with an actual artist that showed you how to do everything?
Oh yeah, that was in
Instructor,
a class when I was in school. Yeah, it was a sculpture
Oh, that's
class.
in school?
Yeah.
That's
So
that's cool as hell. I think.
2017, I think was when I went back. So I was taking a sculpture class. The instructor's from Italy. She's from Rome, and I cannot remember her name. But she was really cool. We did different kinds of things, and like people were learning to weld, and I wasn't really interested, so I did wire making. Like that was pretty cool too. Made a like a wired chain bra actually.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Comfortable.
Like chainmail? Like
What
that?
is it?
Chainmail like that?
It was kind of like it seemed like a chain, but it was like just the front.
Is that like the
Like,
gold
like
wire
tie
art,
that.
like the Chinese, like you see? I see a lot of
No,
in
I
like
used
Asian
washers.
countries.
I used like
Washers.
different size washers and
Oh,
chain
man.
or
Okay.
wiring to make it.
My cousin, he combined a lot of kind of some of that, but he would take all like washers and bolts and nuts and things, but he would weld them all into like birds and other
Yeah.
shit. I
Oh,
told him he
yeah.
should
Oh, cool.
do better, put stuff out, and he didn't want to. He made me a little pool table with a little guy
People
playing
love that
pool.
stuff.
Oh, they do. Yeah, absolutely.
I tried to get him, but
Yeah,
it's
people
but
love
yeah,
that stuff.
I think some people just like to create without
yeah, he
the
does.
pressure of selling, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's what it was. And I think that's sometimes where people get lost. Their craft becomes their job. And that's so true. When it does, it becomes a job.
Yeah.
And then you kind of lose passion for it, or you can if you're not careful. And I think you really have to be careful as a real artist. Like, sometimes you just have to create because it is what you want
Yeah.
to produce, you know?
There's
What-
I think the Orange Fest, that's not going on anymore, but it's the Music and Art Festival in Indianapolis, and there was an artist that was making some of those sculptures with the wires and the
Butter?
everything. Yeah, with butter. But he was saying everybody thought it was incredible.
Yeah.
Was just thought that this stuff was like the highlight of the freaking the show every year,
Yeah.
and then he just stopped because I just done.
Yeah.
Past that. I
Right.
don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Something, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like saying he just he's got to do something else. Got to create something
Yes.
different. Do
Yeah.
the same thing. And you do a lot of that because your art is all over the place, right?
It is. It really is. I don't
Like
know.
like
who
all
I am.
all over physically the place, or just all over genres.
Everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Because, I mean, she just kind of.
I mean, I know it's on that wall and that wall, and what I don't know how many other walls it's on.
Spread
But
out. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out where do I land, if ever.
Mhm.
I mean, I want to make a movie. There's so many things I want to do. Like, it's crazy. But I think that's the fun of it, as long as you're,
Do you already have story in place? You already have those kind of thoughts,
I
or
really
you
want
just
to
something
make a
you want to
documentary
make a
about
film
my
of or something?
husband. His life is very interesting, and he's very he's very closed off.
Yeah.
I mean, I know him better than anyone ever will. So it's like, I think if anybody was going to do it, I should do it.
Wasn't he working on something pretty major when we were talking?
He's always
I thought
working
he was
on something pretty major.
I
The
forget.
rock wall.
The rock
probably is
wall.
what
That's
I was-
yeah. How's that coming?
It's still in progress,
Yeah.
and probably will be for. We're guessing like 2 to 3 more years,
Mhm.
but it'll be beautiful. I mean, just yeah, and that's what I mean. There's just things that
Something
he's done that no
comes
one.
into his head. And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
Just gotta,
just does it.
Gotta do it.
Yep, months, and he'll sacrifice everything. And being an artist, I know him, I get it, and we make it work, whatever it is, So I think that's really what it takes. Is just you have to be able to sacrifice everything if you
Yeah.
have to.
are you just drinking a beer that you're not going to hand out to everybody else?
I
Is
would.
that the beer that
There's-
we're all supposed to be
there's-
tasting?
I'm
there's
just
more.
enjoying my cold
It,
coffee.
it is a beer show. So,
It is.
yeah,
I have a
or-
really nice beer. No, this is a good
okay.
Metazoa, and they have more.
Okay.
We're
Well,
gonna,
all
we're gonna take a
right.
break first. But I have a special beer.
It looked
for-
like he cracked open the
whole
beer that's
segment.
supposed to be,
Yeah,
sam-
when
the
I saw
sample
him
beer.
drinking off it, I was like, I'm not sure I want any of that beer.
I don't want that beer now.
I don't want to taste that.
No, I was just opening that for me.
I was going to
about
watch.
boat
If you
beer.
started pouring from that, I would have called you out on it.
Right? Yeah.
I was
geez,
thinking you guys want
wow.
to share this one. I got a
Yeah,
little bit
okay.
left in there.
No.
It's like when I was getting my hand stitched up, I poked myself with a knife. And I was in the emergency room. Doctor disappeared. He comes back and he's like, "We'll get you stitched." But we start talking about all kinds of stuff, and he's like pulling the wound open and pushing on it, and I'm dying, and it's like he's killing me. And then I look over and he's coming in and ready to stitch me up, and I was like, "Hey man, how about the anesthetic?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh shit, I forgot." Yeah.
It's like I didn't.
It's like, hey, can you make me a bowl?
Give me
anything.
Dang.
Hey, that'd be nice. You know, a few years down the road, just
It'd be a lot.
going to the
It'd be a
doctor's
lot.
office and a lot cheaper, and
it'd be a lot cheaper. You think if them just pack you a bowl and then just sit there. You know, certainly the dentist.
true, yeah.
Certainly the dentist. I think it'd be a lot better at the dentist than like
Yeah,
the nitrous or whatever. That would be definitely. But then they'd overcharge for it because it'd be like $10,000 for you know
sure.
For a bowl. Yeah.
Oh my God.
as long as your insurance got it.
Feature? Yeah.
But it is wild though. With all this, there's more and more. Obviously now with being able to, do some studies on marijuana and hemp and mushrooms and
Oh, for
it's
sure.
just there's so much good stuff that comes out of there that we've let go for years because we're stupid.
So they're all dirty. When have you ever seen a clean koozie?
Yeah, who cleans
she
their
took the
koozies?
koozie off. She took the koozie off the
No, I'm
table.
gonna go
Like,
home
this
and
can't
clean
be
all
in the
my
video. It's dirty koozie.
They're all getting scrubbed tonight.
I'm
Yeah.
like, when have you seen a clean koozie?
It's a white one. We don't need a white one.
Koozies are hilarious because when people see koozies, they go and they're like, "Oh, can I have a koozie?"
Well, it's like-
and they
it's
have
like
these people
t-shirts.
have a cupboard full of frickin' koozies that
Yeah.
they never use.
I have a
Yeah.
whole
Or
tray
have
Oh, yeah.
one.
Tiny drawer,
I-
they're all
yep.
wayside.
Yep.
But
I,
people
yep.
love them.
I have
man.
a big thing of them in the garage
Yeah.
when
And they
people
come
come
in handy
over.
now,
Yeah,
maybe,
they come
but
over.
It's just funny how
Do you
people
have your
freak out
favorite
about them.
koozie?
Yeah.
The nearest one to me.
Okay.
No, nope. It's Warren Kluck. He's in a mullet.
What?
Yeah, it
You
was
got-
for his,
you- how did
for
you
his
get
the
a-
40th birthday. I think Karen, they made him up, and it's pretty good.
It's a friend. Yeah, friend of his with a bad picture. That's I didn't get one of those.
My favorite's my Blind Pig Confessions koozie.
I use mine a lot.
Suck up.
I'm gonna get you one.
I need one.
Oh, yeah.
I think we have some here somewhere. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. we got
I don't
it.
know if I brought that back. I don't know if I brought that box of stuff.
Did we ever get our marquee at the Putts? We're supposed to have something up there.
Where am I supposed to
forgot
have
all about
a
it.
ceiling tile?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
gotta remind Monica. We know
Are they
her.
branded
Come on.
ceiling tiles?
Well,
Yeah.
she was supposed to do it or
Cool.
something like that.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you were the one who was supposed to do
She
it.
said,
That
"Remind
was
Monica."
on
I'm like,
you.
"Well, you're the one." That's supposed
I'll work on it.
Yeah. Sure. Whatever.
Now that you guys are part of the network, I can rush you a little more. Show my appreciation.
Sure.
There was a lot going on that day. We had pirates in the Putts that day.
Beer.
Oh my gosh, the last
And
recording.
beer.
Yeah, and beer.
Was
Beer.
that
beer
wait,
pirates?
Was that the last one? Wait, or was
that?
that Wolfus? Was that which one
Yeah,
was that?
With Ike.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
one with Ike.
That was
right?
Ike, okay,
yeah. Which he was playing tonight.
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah.
fucking pirates. Yeah, I remember that one now.
Yeah, there was like people behind us, like we were all like at a table inside Putts, and people behind us just like yelling and like. Did he say something? Like,
I don't know, there was a
he
lot of
started
arr
saying
they were,
and-
they were
Pirate
pirate
over there,
bikers or
Pirate
something.
bike,
Thanks.
yeah.
Were you doing a podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kept talking pirate talk.
Yeah, there
It
was a lot of
pretty funny.
R's going on,
Yeah.
and
Well,
I
we're
wasn't
in a
really sure what was
bar,
happening.
So, I mean, you're going to meet some pirates in a bar.
Is that something Rochester's famous for?
Pirates? Yeah.
You
and
go to
bars?
a bar in Rochester, you're going to meet a pirate for sure. There's pirates.
Somebody's gonna have an eye patch and a fucking bird on their shoulder.
Yeah, you never know.
Cork leg and yep.
Cork.
That's so they can still float.
Floating device.
So smart. Yep.
So, Alien Dub, I want to get back because I want to kind of talk about the first one was all on Leah, but you want to do this for individual artists. Keep going.
Yes.
What's like a yearly thing or what's?
Yeah,
We've
I mean,
kind of
we're-
discussed that. We're still like in the transition of like kind of figuring out how we want to plan it, like how we want to go about for the next person. Like how long would it take? Was it 6 months? We would like. I mean, I think minimum probably would be 6 months.
Oh yeah.
Because she wants to be the photographer for
Right.
it too. So we would, whoever it is, like if they're out of state, we're gonna travel to them.
That's what I was gonna know if it was gonna be kind of
Yeah.
local. You
We
want to
wanna
keep moving
actually put-
outside and
Yeah. We want to
Yeah,
put an
but-
event together at the end, like we did for her too. So that person, like, you celebrate that piece you
Yeah.
just spent the whole, you know,
Right.
this whole
Right.
year or half
Yep.
a year putting together.
And it gives artists a reason, or I guess, to show their whole work. If
The body of work.
the body.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Nice. Yeah. So I'm glad that it was me actually in the beginning because we got to kind of see how much it's going to take for an artist
yeah
to get their
yeah.
stuff together, what it's going to take interview-wise. I would definitely need to meet with the artist probably more than once to get all the photos of everything.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it would just be like, I would probably say a year long, like you said. Yeah, probably one a year to give us enough time to get everything together because it was, and this was very rushed. I mean, unfortunately, but we
That's
just
okay,
wanted to
yeah.
get it out to see what it was. We were excited and And so we kind of have an idea now.
And you also had to be the photographer for your own pieces.
Yeah.
So it was everything
It
was kind
was
of
a lot.
on you too.
Yes.
So it's not going to be like that.
It
for
would
the
not
other
be like
artists.
that, right? Yeah.
Now, how you
kind
gonna
of
All those
transition-
conversations with yourself must have been awful. What do you want to do? I don't know.
What are we
I wanna
gonna do?
This
Self-
picture's awful. Take another
Those-
picture, goddammit.
Those are rough. They are rough conversations. I have them every day.
They are.
They are rough. Then at night I'm like, why the fuck did I do that? I knew I should have done it.
So you interviewed because you did the writing, right?
Yep.
So yeah, how was that? How was that like reflecting on your work? Did it take you back in time and take you to all
Absolutely.
those places?
Yes. Yeah, and Brendan and I got into like more so like how I got here, not necessarily the work. I
Yeah, we
think
started getting pretty deep. We started getting like,
Yeah.
therapy sessions.
it was, yeah.
But it was cool.
And
'cause
it's so funny because I think in general that's just who I am as a person. Like I just want to know what's making you tick. You know, it's like I don't have small talk. I don't get that.
I
So
thought she was going to go the other way. It's like, I'm just that kind of person that needs therapy all the time.
that's also true. Could you see that just from meeting me one time? That scares me a little bit.
We can
see
yeah,
it.
oh, we
15
can
minutes.
see, yeah, oh, no, we
Crazy
know.
in
Yeah.
my eyes.
We
Yes.
yeah, it's crazy recognizes crazy.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
I told him no loud noises when you just
Yeah, don't smack
don't
the counter.
don't scare her. 'cause
Don't scare her. She might freak out.
Is that why you went into the fireworks?
It's different.
What were we talking about before we were recording? Creating an introverts podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody does it from their own home without the camera on or talking.
throw on
It's
like
just a Zoom meeting
throw
of,
on a Neil
And they
Diamond album.
don't and they don't broadcast it.
right. It's just
Yeah.
a Zoom meeting of 6 blank windows and static.
Every once in a while, someone
And
will
they're
peek
so
their face over.
happy.
Oh,
They're,
yeah.
They're in
Yeah.
their.
And
they're in
Somebody
their
just occasionally asking, "Is anybody there?"
Still here.
Well, I think that's what we were talking about.
I think they actually say, "Thank God nobody's here."
Yes.
That's-
They're excited.
Yeah.
They love that no one answers because they would rather not talk to anybody.
All right, I think we should take a quick break, and I got a special beer we can actually throw on the show. And
All right, taking a pause.
good.
More beer since
We're
I
gonna
was-
do some of
I was
our, we're gonna
rudely
do some of
drinking
our
some
normal
Metazoa.
stuff. Yeah, what were you drinking?
Yeah.
Barktoberfest. Yeah, it's actually
I
pretty
haven't
darn
had
good.
that one.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I don't usually go after the Oktoberfest
Neighbor.
type beers and that.
Yeah, it's actually really, really good.
Yeah,
I like
I purposefully, just because we were on kind of a hiatus, I completely and totally did not drink any kind of Christmas beer or pumpkin beer, or I basically skipped
This is
most
the
of
first-
the,
yeah, I
the
didn't-
holiday stuff
Me too.
that come out.
I didn't do any pumpkin shit for Thanksgiving.
I didn't do a holiday brew. I didn't do. I kind of
This
took
will be
a
the
bit of
closest
a
thing
break.
because this is kind of a holiday beer right here.
Yeah, I gave my liver a short break for a while, and now I'm gonna,
Hammer.
2023
Just
is
get
hammer
hammered
down.
as much as
Yeah,
you can.
hammer down
Got a
on
lot
the
of
liver.
time to make up for it.
Gonna make up for it.
Exactly. So,
No, Metazoa. Good
Metazoa. No, Metazoa's great shit. It's still good. We don't,
And
I
they-
still have great memories, and they make some really good,
beers.
solid beers,
And they
even
donate back to
the,
animals
and
and
the cans, and
Oh, cool.
even in the cans, they're
Yeah.
Right?
it's all solid beers.
Yeah.
Liam,
No,
that could
so
be a
no,
good gig
spectacular.
for you.
Hey,
Yeah.
Who do I need to contact for that? Is anyone listening? That
Have you had their hippopotamus?
Yes.
Yeah.
They have that at Ruthless right now.
I
I've been
almost grabbed
drinking
it,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
I saw that, and I hadn't had it, so I grabbed
Okay.
it. But yeah, I do like, yep. that
It's like
and-
a good standard like IPA. Like,
yeah. It's got wax on it. So a little Fremont. I know we've had a few of these. I get them every year. Well, not they do a couple different varieties, but this
Sorry,
is
guys,
kind of a Christmas beer. This is
I don't
a-
know how to live Zoom yet. So, for those watching on, so
It's a spiced.
who's that
mixed
from?
out. This is Fremont.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The other everything they've had is just phenomenal. So I get them every year, and I'm sharing this one with you guys because it's a
Awesome.
special day and
Sweet.
got the
All right,
magazine
so
release.
drink up. It's so this should be nice and powerful. Hang on.
All right.
Yeah, it's potent.
Now it's on camera, so I'm embellishing all of it now. So
Yeah, see, I can cut that out of the audio, but I didn't think about
it's
that.
fucking donkey sounds, and it's just gonna be like,
Yeah. I'll probably go with something else, but thanks.
You gotta come up with some beer sommelier facial
yeah,
expressions. Yeah, there you go. Yep, that's it.
They do all those magic things, right?
Right. Oh yeah, they
20
just
second
the
magic
TikToking.
reasons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that is fanny fucking tastic.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Let's
Yeah,
steal the
it
rest
is
of
good.
that. I'm not driving.
Neither one of you guys are really big stout fans, though, right?
She likes
not
her
really. I
IPAs.
like
The
them,
IPAs
but
and the-
yes,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I just can't drink a lot of the stout. Yeah. I
I'm-
like it,
Well, I would hope you don't want to drink a lot of this because this one's 13.4%.
Oh, really? I was gonna ask.
It's about 4 beers.
they're-
That's like 4 beers right there.
Okay. Here we go.
We're not
It's
making
like 3. That's like 3 PBRs.
You're more of you like bourbon and scotch and just straight up.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a beer connoisseur like you guys.
Yes. No.
I'm not a beer connoisseur.
No.
No, I never really drank beer until I
Really?
started getting on this podcast.
Okay.
I'm actually kind of surprised on the Cascade hops in this.
Yeah.
I thought I would taste
mean,
the Cascade
I like
hops more.
tasting new things
Yes.
just in general. So yeah, but
Yep.
I'm not someone that orders beer when I go out ever. So
Understood.
Summertime
Yes.
in the lake, still. Yeah.
there was one
Right.
that I really liked at Seven Pillars. Have you guys heard of Seven Pillars Brewery in Peru?
I've heard of it.
Okay, our friends own it,
Okay.
and
Well, there you go. So.
yeah,
Yeah.
Somebody
and
was
they
talking
do their
about
own. They do. They have everything in the back. Well, just like.
I would hope a brewery brews their own beer.
Yes, yes.
I mean,
well, and
it
they
would really suck if they're like, hey, we farm that shit out.
It's happened.
Catch them in the back pouring PBRs into their own bottles.
right.
Shit.
So does it have to be a brewery do they have to brew beer to be considered a brewery?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so is it just a bar if they don't brew the beer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Never thought about it.
Good to
Yep.
know. I mean, I guess that's what it. Yeah. I was-
Baffled.
Yes. Yep.
So yeah, it is a brewery then. They with their
Yep.
own stuff in the back, but it was like an orange cranberry type, and I loved it. And
Nice.
I never thought I would say I loved a beer. So,
Awesome. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
But see, we like those are the ones that you got to come up with so you can get that transition beer, or you can find that one that was like, aha, maybe there are some beers
Well,
out there I can
everybody
try.
always wants to go to breweries, and I'm like, oh, I don't really like beer though. Like what? I'll go and just order a vodka or whatever. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Well,
works
now
too.
most breweries are distilling too. It seems
Yeah.
like.
Or they've at
have
least
it
got the
available, but-
liquor license to serve
Yeah.
some
Right.
some liquor for those who don't want. But yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife doesn't drink beer.
Okay.
I mean, she will, but she'd rather drink wine. Or,
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
We need to get you to a meadery and try mead.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Like
yeah.
fermented honey.
I think you said meatery.
Meadery.
I'm like,
No,
meadery.
good.
Oh, no.
I was
No.
like,
He's vegan,
No,
so he's
yeah,
like,
he's
oh my
vegan.
god, that's my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
It's just hanging meat everywhere. Just you walk in, it's just raw meat all over the place. Sorry.
Well, I might have just had some artistic inspiration for a piece.
yeah.
No, that was already
A
done. Did Bjork do
meadery.
that?
Oh, that's
No, that was
Lady Gaga with the
Lady
meat,
Gaga.
meat dress,
Oh,
right?
meat
Oh,
shoes.
she was the swan. Wasn't she?
Her raw.
She was
Yes.
the swan.
Yeah, she was the
shoes.
yes. Close enough.
But anyway,
No,
what
mead.
was it?
Meadery, mead.
A meadery.
Mead.
Mead. It's fermented honey.
Okay.
Although
tastes like-
most
it's
are
like
there
a
any still
syrupy wine.
are there any still
It's
open?
delicious. There's one in
New
Michigan, St.
what's
Ambrosia.
oh, okay? What's its
That's what I
name
think.
down on Fountain Square Brewing? Remember bought that new what's it New Day
New Day
Meadery,
Meadery.
but I don't know if they kept it up. What's really good though is just find if they usually have slushies.
Oh, like
Yeah,
I've had
a mead
wine
slush.
slushie.
A mead slushie is even better
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
in,
There's,
in the hot summer months.
There's one in Michigan that's really good.
St. Ambrosia. Is that it?
No, but that is good.
Okay.
But that's not the one I'm thinking. It's like
That's what I wanna
they
know.
got the Killer Bee one. They do a
Yeah.
bunch of really good stuff. I'll have to look it up.
I
See
don't
it
think
more
I've
and
ever
more
had a
around.
mead.
Really?
Yeah, we'll have to do one sometime.
Yeah, they're really good, especially summertime.
Oh yeah,
you know.
they're a summertime drink
Yeah.
completely because they're way too sweet.
Yeah, again,
Okay.
I only have one or two, but they
I
are
had one
good.
that was like an apple kind of cider flavored one. It was
New Day had that was that that was the magpie.
magpie,
Yeah,
yeah.
raspberry, just all deliciousness.
Just
and they had a
sugary.
ghost pepper one that was really good.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
pretty, that was pretty
now,
special.
now you got peak
Honey,
interest.
honey ghost pepper, basic. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
was it
fountain.
still sweet? The ghost
Yeah,
pepper one?
Yeah.
It wasn't as sweet as their other stuff because
Okay.
it,
Yeah.
more of a
Yeah,
bite to
more
it,
of a
but
taste.
it was really good.
You have to see if they're open, if they
Yeah,
kept that or
because-
not, because they just got sold, or they just got bought again.
Right.
They
Fountain
just
Square got
changed. They
bought.
changed owners. Fountain Square Brewing just changed owners again. So yeah, I'm not
You know
sure
who it
what's
was?
happening there.
No.
Yes, I do the name. Yeah, I read the article. I don't remember off the top of my head right now. So we'll talk about it on the next show. All right. No, this is spectacular. I'm happy with this. I love the Dark Star. I was surprised, like I said, of the Cascade hops in there. I wasn't
that was
thinking.
kind of odd to see that, but you can taste it.
No,
For someone who doesn't really care for beer, that's pretty good.
it's
Yeah.
chocolatey, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a ginger snap a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, it's not.
It does have
A lot of
a
times,
smoky
the holiday beers are just they're too overpowered.
It's
and it doesn't.
yeah,
just
it's
tastes
all
natural and
it's all pine. It's all Christmas tree and
nothing
and,
is smacking in
Oh,
the
yeah.
and
smacking
nutmeg.
in your
Christmas
face.
tree and
Yeah.
nutmeg is
That
what they
that
all
one
are.
seems like some of the stouts that I've had are almost a little bit too sweet or
Yeah.
rich on the back
Yeah.
end. This one seems like they've held back.
Yep.
And
just
that
the
is
right
that is
amount. Yeah.
that is the hard part. Well, remember, once you get above 10, it's hard to keep the chewiness and
Right.
and
My
the
belly's
sweetness out of it.
burning,
That's because
Which I don't drink.
because
I
you just
stopped
had 4
drinking.
beers.
I stopped drinking this year. I did.
So much
I
for that.
did.
Oh well, that's ruined.
I mean, I stopped really last year. I mean, I was a heavy. Well, the magazine says that. I liked to drink. I liked to party. It was
And?
a problem. It
Oh,
was a
okay.
problem. Yes.
Gotcha.
So I've definitely cut back. Last year, I cut way back on alcohol.
Yeah.
Not that I don't enjoy alcohol, but there's a time and place. to
I
enjoy it.
have cut back honestly as much as we do
Part of the
drink on
podcast,
those
yes.
the occasional night. It's nowhere near what it used to.
Right.
You know. And while I quit kind of drinking, you know, for that holiday, it was mostly beer. I quit drinking. I did I think go through a lot of my Christmas drink, which I prefer is hot chocolate and rum chata. So I drink a lot of that over Christmas for some reason. I don't know why. It's my happy drink for
It's your
Christmas.
holiday
It's
drink,
my holiday
yes.
drink.
Yes.
Leah got me hooked on hot chocolate and butterscotch McGillicuddy's.
Okay, so
Really?
number one, no one should ever drink any McGillicuddy's ever in your
No,
fucking
I-
life. Any
so
flavor,
good.
that shit is awful.
It is the
You are
butterscotch.
wrong.
Oh,
With
Pick a di-
chocolate, it's
With
you're
the
yeah.
hot chocolate.
I
sounds
get it,
good.
hot chocolate and yeah.
I would get the Moondrops
She got me
peppermint
like a little
and the
shot
hot
one
chocolate
for
would
the
probably
hot
be
chocolate
pretty
packet.
Just
good.
mix that together.
Yeah, the peppermint and hot chocolate one, little
Yeah.
peppermint schnapp,
I'm
peppermint
glad you
schnapp.
like it. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, little,
Wait, so you're mixing the hot chocolate, the dry powder, into the
With the just shot of McGillicuddy's.
Yeah, just like make your hot chocolate.
make your hot chocolate, add a shot of
Butterscotch in
McGillicuddy's.
there.
Or
With the
make your hot
butterscotch.
chocolate and add rum chata. Or make
Or
your hot
rum
chocolate and
chata,
add
yeah.
peppermint
Coffee. You
schnapps.
could do it with coffee.
But I
really
I
like
was
the
understanding
Irish
that they
one.
were just adding the powder to the
Oh.
no, you
no.
make hot chocolate.
you make the hot
Still
chocolate.
make the
That
hot
is a
chocolate.
that is a
Yeah.
really good idea for the rum
'Cause I was gonna say
chata.
that'd be really thick,
Oh,
right?
that'd
I shouldn't even. Yeah, I wouldn't
You
even
mean a
need to
lot.
add the milk or water. Just fully rum chata.
You mean the
and hot
almond
chocolate.
almond milk?
Right.
Do you
yes.
guys
Yeah.
do milk or water with your hot chocolate?
Depends on what's available. It will usually be heavy cream.
right.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, if you're going heavy cream,
Damn.
that's a dessert.
Oh
The
hell
whole
yeah!
thing.
Damn, all day long. But if I'm all day drinking the hot chocolate and the rum chata, it's just water usually.
Yeah.
Because the rum chata adds enough. It's basically just like having coffee and creamer. It's the same concept and all that. But peppermint schnapps works well with the Baileys.
I love
Baileys and
peppermint.
peppermint schnapps.
Well,
in
I
your
was
hot
thinking
chocolate.
of Moondrops specifically, just because
Oh,
it's more of
the
a
Moondrops peppermint thingy.
Yeah, because
Ooh,
it's
yeah, 'cause
more-
they actually use
it's
the real-
It doesn't. Yeah,
those
you're-
candies.
I think
They
that'd be
actually
really good.
use
The
those
new
candies.
distillery that opened up in Fortville, they literally just use like candy canes. It's like
Okay.
liquefied candy canes.
The discs that you get at the
Yeah.
the,
With your
the
can-
restaurant.
with your
Yeah.
candy.
Are they candies?
Yeah. Well, I mean, concept-wise, they're all the
Where's
same.
green?
Huh?
Where's
Fortville.
Fortville Moondrops.
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 Yep.
Yeah.
Where's Fortville at? I don't know. I live in Rochester.
That's,
I mean,
no,
So-
feel
that's
like
what I
I'm
said
allowed
this
to ask
morning.
these
Where's
questions.
Rochester?
I go to New York.
We're not going that far.
I know. Yes, that room. Every time I say Rochester, they're like, "Really, Rochester?" I'm like, "No, no, no,
Not
no,
that
no.
one.
Indiana,
Not that one.
Indiana."
Yeah.
Fortville's northeast Indianapolis
Oh,
suburbs.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that area.
Further
Not
east.
actually
Probably
too
just
far
call it
from
Indy.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Noblesville and all that's just Indy.
that's where the
now.
Kammy's Cause
Right.
is held. And that's where I remember.
Yeah,
I
the
invited
Kammy's
you to that
Cause
Kammy's
stuff.
Cause for next year. 'Cause that's where they do it.
Okay.
That's where they. in
It's a
Fortville.
lovely little town.
Yeah,
Lovely
it's
little
actually
town.
really cool. little
And
town.
getting bigger because that Westfield and Fortville and all that are just expand are
All
where
blended
or
in
where
together.
Indiana is expanding out
Blowing
to.
up.
Oh yeah. As far as that north side is getting just
Yes.
expanding more.
It doesn't even look the same down there. I'm so confused when I'm driving in.
I
You know,
know.
I know.
Even in
Oh,
Cardinal,
yeah.
all of it's
When you
changing
get
so
there, that
quickly.
ramp, I'm like,
Yeah.
I lived there for a while, and I'm like, I don't know where to go.
Yeah.
It changes
Right by
so
the mall.
fast too, and it's like
It does. They get it done so quickly.
Yeah.
My brother lives in Fishers, and every time I drive to his house, I'm like taking a different exit. I'm like, what is going on? Why
Yeah.
am I'm lost?
Well, that's just because they can't finish any road work or
Right.
anything because it's, you
Oh,
know.
they were till they got to my road.
Yeah. Yeah, literally right in front of your house they stopped because they ran out of money because the construction costs tripled due to inflation. So they're not finishing that whole 37
God.
expansion.
Yeah, so they're
It's
doing
all
so-
stopped
yeah.
right now.
37?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they're doing frickin' was it putting in a temporary Michigan left?
I don't know if it's temporary. But
It better
I don't
be
know.
temporary because you know all that's supposed to be roundabouts and
Yeah.
flyovers.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
You know what a Michigan left